I'm being so serious. If I solely started reacting out of my emotions, nobody I know would be alive. These niggas wouldn't stand a chance. And the that I hate wouldn't either. Because if I react out of my emotions, everyone's going. Everyone's gone. But this is why mind over matter is so important. When you operate at a place of understanding from the heart space, using both the mind and the heart, you know the story. It saves you from a lot of I've only ever operated out of both my mind and my heart since I was a kid. There were so many things that I wanted to do that I knew that weren't right. So I never did them. But I would also get that glimpse of that after effect, like, dang, I feel bad. I really wish I could have did that. No, baby, no, you didn't. Because you knew it wasn't right. And that's why you didn't do it to begin with. Temptation is all around us. It doesn't have to be sexual. Temptation can be mental. It can be physical. It can be absolutely anything. It can be spiritual. But the only person that knows right from wrong is you. Need to say there are always going to be different opinions in the world. There are always going to be different beliefs in the world. That's just the world that we live in, and we have to learn how to coexist with it. You're not wrong and you're not right either. Neither am I, because we're all so different. You only know what's best for you, just as much as I only know what's best for me. So sitting here telling me what to do is not going to save you, baby. You're just wasting your breath and your energy all in one. But either way, nobody would be alive if I lashed out 24/7, because I'm prone to it. I don't like arguing. I don't like beating up. I don't like getting in these. No, that's a lie. I love getting in these because sometimes they need to be taught a lesson, truthfully. And women too, because they be trying. But what I'm saying is, it's good that I don't, for so many reasons. I just know me better than anyone else. And I know if I had my choice of weaponry on a silver platter in front of me, music to my ears, salvation, I would love it so much. Especially if I had a target in mind. It gets me off, I'm not gonna lie. But I know that I cannot do that. I know that I cannot sit here and do bad things. I'm not a bad person. Can I do bad things? Of course. Of course I can do bad things. I just choose not to. As much as I want to, I choose not to. Temptation has been around me for so long. Sometimes there's things that I really, really want to do, and I'm like, this would feel so in alignment with the heart space, but not with the mind. And there are times where I'm like, yes. Where my mind is like, destroy. Seek and destroy. But my heart's like, no, you can't do that. You don't want to be messed up like that. Because it's a possibility, right? I can't choose that path either. So I have to choose the path of both. If I'm thinking about doing something, or I'm thinking about something, and at the same time, and it sounds right to me, right? It's 100% right up here. But at the same time, it feels right in here. That's the answer. See, a lot of women lash out. A lot of hate women. They know what's wrong, but they still do it. They're not operating out of both. They're operating out of, well, one, they're being emotional, but they know it's not right. They're doing both, but this one is not in agreement with this. They're like, if I hit her, this will solve a lot of the problems right now currently, even though I know I'm not supposed to be doing this. Wrong answer. Or a lot of women key the man's car out of emotion. She's like, you know what? Here, it'll be so good to cut this nigga's tires up. Slash his tires, cut his car, shit, maybe even kill his girlfriend. But I know well enough to know that I'm not supposed to be doing that. It's a game. That's why the game is called mind over matter, right? Sometimes you have to understand that what you're about to do is not a good idea. I don't give a how hurt you are, what you're going through. You know, deep down inside, you know, if you sat with yourself long enough, if you've been by yourself for long enough, if you haven't been around so many people who easily, heavily influence you, if you know yourself well enough, then you know exactly where I'm coming from. You're the only one that knows right from wrong for you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just keep it at that. Like, at the end of the day, you know what's good for you and what's not good for you. You just gotta operate that way. I know it sucks. I know it sucks, especially when you want revenge and you want to get your lick back. As soon as you hit a certain age, when you go to jail and shit, it's not worth it. Like, you really gonna go to jail about that? Like, you're really going to go to jail about that? Not me. I'm not built for prison. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm too for that. I'm way too for that. I'm not going to jail because somebody pissed me off. I'm sorry. Like, it's really not that deep. Why? Because I get this one life right now, in this moment. All I know is right now. I don't even know if I even can come back here because of the dumb decision I decided to make, because of how I was feeling. That's a problem. I'm not going to die about that, and I'm not going to jail about that, and I'm not going to kill a woman because she slept with my man, and I'm not going to beat a bitch's ass because she talking shit. I don't give a fuck that much, because truth be told, the things that people do to you, say to you, are merely just reflections of themselves. Everyone's going through something. You might take offense to a lot of things easily, but you have to understand it's just people's perceptions of who they are, their state of minds, reflecting onto you. That's why you shouldn't get offended. I know that sounds so crazy, because some things are like, damn, like, they really got in my, they clocked my, they offended me. I get it. I really understand. But do it be worth it going to jail? Laying dead on the ground? Losing your life, by the way. You got a brother, a sister, a mother, a auntie, maybe a girlfriend, a significant other. You really think going to jail or laying down dead on the ground is really worth it? Because you wanted to react out of your emotions? Because you thought this certain path, this way of thinking was the best decision for you, knowing that it wasn't? Nah. Boy, no way, boy. Boy, no way, boy.